One, two. Hey everyone, this is Dragonline and welcome to episode 5 of Beacon Pines. We're up to chapter 6 on this line of the timeline.
Secret lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
Wakey. Oh, he's in pajamas! I'm sorry. What time is it? Yep. Oh, that's so cool. That's where his clothes are. I'm coming. There they are. Lulu, what on earth is that? Hmm? That ridiculous thing on your head. Oh, this? It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Joke all you want. Let's see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. The coast is clear? You, whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. The game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
If I were a Gran, why would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Check that,
He
Rollo.
coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka! She lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps that fire going every day, Rollo. Drat, it may already be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash. Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah. The closet upstairs. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first. No dice, it's locked. Well. Look who stands to reason now. And I have no idea where the key is. If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought, I'm going to take this important thing and huck it in a bush? True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Oh. She is always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. It doesn't matter much anyway. I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
That me. Just full sent it. Rollo, this is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed
Before
with...
he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rollo's back.
As a step stool. This isn't my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick, and every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on. This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it.
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss, but the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
That was anticlimactic. Yeah. I don't really know what we were expecting. Like, oh hey! Just yank on this random teacup
As
and...
Beth pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click.
No wonder it was the thing she brought with her.
The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
And did some remodeling. When did this happen? During school? Dude, only 2 types of people have secret lairs. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So which one do we think she is? We're about to find out. I don't know, I always imagined Luca to be more soft-spoken because that's what his voice sounds like to me. Hers is more... Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe? Oh, wow. Yeah, this cannot be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions. What do we have here? Barrels marked caution explosive. And jam jars? That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your Gran making? She wouldn't have had me walk around town delivering bombs. Right? Only one way to find out.
Rollo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
Hint of brown sugar. And ink? What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Aha!
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Mrs. Fratelli. Gran Jam Girl? So, last night I used the disguise Harris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a goal. Oh man, are they doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can't be good. It's more a bombshell than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
Are they implying that his... What you got? It's... my dad. It looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
About you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents such as this is a lot like a cheeseburger. Best to get straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live. Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of a preeminent scholar in dense documents and cheeseburgers. By all means, proceed.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Well, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. I don't know how to pronounce that. Give me 5 seconds. No, that's capital. Malaise? What's this? Malaise. Yeah, it is malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to symptoms exhibited by Mrs. Wilby's just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
See? Creepy. Yeah, that's kinda disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nuncreed's name. Wait.
Lolo's finger traced across the page.
There's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Wilby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental. Lab results only raise more questions. Sounds like he came back to this report later and made these notes. So it might be related to something
Lolo
else.
scanned through several more pages.
Yeah, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. With his wife passing, Terrence's condition follows close behind, exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Lolo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more!
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What did he mean, enough is enough? What did he mean, enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit!
Luca slammed the drawer shut. A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your Gran a serial killer? Because I'm starting to get a vibe. Don't be ridiculous. So, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town. Oh, the kindness of her heart. She put little symbols by some of them. Here, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark. The clipboards are all inside a big circle. My mom's are both on here. Both with question marks. Gus Valentine has a question mark. Harris has a question mark that's been crossed out. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim. We don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, it's probably not good. He's just beating out the rage. Lavish. Yeah. Is there anything where we can... Well, I haven't done flight in that section, but we're doing this part here. Shame, only there. We're back to beating it up. I wonder if there's an achievement for this.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Whoa, this looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rollo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. Starts at the entrance of town. And we follow
Noah
it.
carefully traced the path with his finger.
It leads right
He
to
jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square? That's the fountain in the middle of town. What a weird place to hide treasure. Rollo, that doesn't look like treasure to me. The end of the path on that map has the same symbol as those explosives over there. So it's not hiding treasure. A real bummer. Rollo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? The festival. Oh? Did you just say gulp? This feels like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the center of town. She's gonna blow up the festival! Not if we stop her. Oh. Uh-oh. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was what? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs. Shh, quiet. Hit the lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps. The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence. A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
It's the fruit guy. Anyone down here?
The three kids shuffled to
down
the
there?
corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump.
Hurt anyone?
Thump.
I'm just here to help. Just
Thump. At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
huh. Guess it's nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly.
Hello.
Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Oh,
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway.
you
He
fool.
screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure. With all his weight, Rollo
Rollo's
tackled
a
the man
big
to the
kid.
ground.
Rollo's a big kid. Rollo? Mysterious, creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I didn't know if I had it in me. But there was only one way. There's only one way to find out. Holy crap, Rollo. That was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clubbed him good, Rollo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
The same time. Mr. Tolliver.
Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain, they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
They are interrogating a full-grown man. Good cop. Hard cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation. Rollo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times.
Plus you have Rollo.
Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Oh, Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rollo spun around to face him.
Tolliver is out cold,
He'd
Rollo.
clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver.
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head.
Mr. Tolliver has a concussion.
He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint. The
World?
chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who's
Mr.
there?
Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're
The
sweating.
doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or let's just say I've never needed another way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now dance! Well, I don't even...
Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You turned me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk! Spill the beans! What do you do poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper to make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran? Gran?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gotta help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good
He shook
lord.
his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
I don't know, you've got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source?
His voice faded to a whisper.
The town began. Where it all began. What is Operation
With
Sparkplug?
that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold.
You ever stressed him?
Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Rollo? I think you went a little too hard on it. What did he say about the source? It's where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we'd better not push Mr. Tolliver any further. Is there anything else we might know more? How about the History Museum? Just got set up for the festival. No, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library. If there's any information about this source thing, Kato can help us find it. Let's go get some answers. There's Kato. This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we work hard on it. Aren't you a little too adorable to be a librarian? Oh, Kato here. Kato hung out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Miss Milvac sometimes. I got you working for free? It's quiet and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for you all? We need a favor. I already told you and Rollo, I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Hankatonic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing. We sort of don't know. What do you got on the history of the town? There's the county record archives. What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. I'm not gonna... I think it's hard enough trying to keep Rollo pretty consistent. Even then I'm failing because sometimes I suddenly get a southern twang and that doesn't make any sense. Unless I've watched too much westerns lately. Either way. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8.
Quite
6 feet
further in
under,
this one.
3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
If I had to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. We have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up in one of these asinine death records. Rollo Cotta lived a full and wonderful life. Till he read so much boring crud his brain oozed out of his ears.
Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod.
You got a better idea? Spit it out. You sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal. And it won't be boring county records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
You're a county record. Really? That's the best you've got? When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like...
Beck slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
Hey, Hartford here. Love to see you try. Hey. We're a little tired here. Let's just take a minute
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was that name back? In the obit, J. Hartford. From the Brookville Tribune 8 years ago. Yeah, my controller just died on me. That can't be right. What is it? J. Hartford. That's my grand's name, Juniper Hartford. Maybe they were two J. Hartfords? Mrs. Hartford was survived by her... Sorry. Mrs. Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Okay, this is getting creepy. Is your grand 6 feet under 3 towns over? And who am I living with?
The question hung in the air.
That's not Juniper Hartford? Gang, I gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap, Pa's gonna kill me! I gotta go! Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement? I'll think of something. We're just gonna have Tolliver not turn up.
Luca's heart was pounding as he approached the house. If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering. He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Stuck. Oh, he's gone. No.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Maybe he woke up, escaped from his bindings, and left without a trace.
Or maybe Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
I'm afraid your jam delivery will be delayed.
He flipped the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed, Okay, now I can think. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. She doesn't know that I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. Oh, I'm so not used to. Why do I feel like none? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play cool.
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself.
Nuncreed was poisoned, wasn't it?
Something was wrong.
Legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
The jail? Sweet boy, what did you get yourself into? Better rest now and let me handle everything. She just tossed him on the bed.
Chapter 9. A speech to end all speeches.
Oh, thank goodness.
Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him?
No, why would she drug Nuncreed?
Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
There we go.
Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival. Off we go. Where have you been? Gran put something in the jail. Yet we know secret messages for secret conspirators. Not this one. This one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep. Oh, sly devil. The little piece. I think she's trying to move him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have we found anything? We looked around but haven't seen anything odd. The Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Let's get moving.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Who? Is this thing... Oh, hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be any way it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Even that's more than the old codger deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine, Eddie very
He gave
well.
Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor. What a great turnout. Oh heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. I'd be ashamed to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a big stack of note cards out from his vest.
You prepared an entire essay. community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am daggum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You won't believe this, but I'm moving my arms to this. It is such dramatic speech. You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
So dramatic. From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity, and it represents potential. It has change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held onto the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment, change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip.
That's a lot of buzzwords there, Mr. Kerr.
The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
You made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are the horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
I'm getting louder. We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we'll be all making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry. Little thunder isn't gonna ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all of my travels I have learned one true thing. One always reap what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town, and so it is with happy heart that I can proclaim
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
our harvest awaits.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end.
So we need to go gentle.
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything! Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again. No, I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again.
We got to
Please.
chapter 9. Alright, there's... Yeah. So that's all panned out. I'm gonna leave that branch alone. I think we're getting there.
They'd run the
Why?
classic good cop, sly cop interrogation. Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a few
Rollo's
crisp
chill
snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What? What's going on here? You're that mold, Wilbur. Please call me back. Sorry about
Mr.
all
Tolliver
this.
looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
Seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was going to be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup. But she sent a child? What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. You never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So it turns out we're both here
Beck
to
twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
destroy the evidence.
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, the old gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
He sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out we were going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down
Beck
here.
was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
You sure can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good. There's one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing, really. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shop. Don't you know, I intercepted an odd phrase in the perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So we have a password and nowhere to put it. Gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
It's so oblivious. You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time Mr. Tolliver had a candy shelf, and all he ever sells us is apples?
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rollo. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine, in the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
Just need to find the hidden meaning. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of these each letter is a number thingies. So U would be 21. N would be 14. D would be... Ooh, it's an anagram. Nungreed's drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
Whoa, that was incredible. Was that a Kren's new drugstore? Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. Investigate Nungreed's drugstore. Okay, so I think I'll do the investigation next episode. Cool. Because of this video going long, these videos have been going a lot longer, but I like the fact that I'm essentially working my way up the tree here. as you can see. Getting branches and all that. And it literally changes here. If I go by myself, or if I go with Rolo. That's literally the biggest change here. If he goes by himself, or if he goes with Rolo, and Rolo goes missing. But anyway, we haven't used chill. Well, that's fine. No, Toliver's got spiral eyes. But anyway, yeah. I think I'll leave this here for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you at Non-Green's drugstore. Bye!